Hey everybody, welcome to the Radio Afterglow. My name's Dave. Thanks for dropping by. I've been promising it for a while, and finally, here it is, an all-vinyl update. No CDs this time. In fact, I probably won't be talking about CDs much anymore. I'm going to relegate that to the blog. I'll put the link around here somewhere where you can check it out if you so desire. And we're going to focus on the vinyl from here on out. Also on the Facebook page if you want to check that out. Link somewhere around here. Alright, this first one knew nothing about when I found it, and it had an interesting looking cover. Has the little Pac-Mans here and the kind of a retro 50s, 60s sort of atomic age cover. Back was a little worrisome too, a little wholesome maybe, I guess. But I'm thinking 80s new wave, possibly a little bit of post-punk. And Deborah Jo Piper is the artist, and the title of the album is Back to Earth. Couldn't find anything about her or this album really on the internet, so blind buy. It was cheap. Came out in 1980 on Muffin Records, and I'm not sure if Muffin is or was a vanity label, but this may have been a vanity project given the fact that she just disappeared after this album. But anyway, it starts off kind of exactly what I thought it was going to be. A little bit of Pat Benatar, Laura Branigan, sort of maybe throwing a little Olivia Newton-John in there. And it wasn't bad for what it was, but the second song on the first side here, Torn and Tattered, full on Jesus rock, and you know, that's just not my bag. So that was kind of a turn off. But other than that, you know, it was interesting for an 80s sort of a rock thing, and if that's something you're interested in, you might want to see if you can find this. Here's the label again. If anyone knows anything about this Muffin Records, I guess it was out in California somewhere, Los Angeles, of course. Know anything about it? I've not been able to find anything else on this label, so I don't know. Let me know if you know anything about it. Anyway, Deborah Jo Piper, Back to Earth. This next one, much better. This is Private Life, and yeah, I can't remember the name of the damn album. That sucks. Shadows by Private Life. Came out in 1988 on Warner Brothers, and what caught my attention about this band, hadn't heard of them before, but I did hear of the producer, and that's Eddie Van Halen. And so what the hell, I thought. And turns out it is, you know, female-fronted. Kelly Bresnick is the vocalist. Slick, late 80s hard rock. Think Self-Titled period and Bad Animals period Heart. It sounds exactly like that. Also features Kelly Blakeman on keyboards, who has now gone on to be a music publishing executive or something like that. And a couple of these guys, Jay Davis and Danny Johnson, bassist, guitarist respectively, did some things with Rod Stewart, and basically session musicians, nothing really spectacular. But anyway, first couple of tracks on this album are really killer. Really good 80s commercial Whitesnake sort of hard rock, if you're into that, which I am. The rest of it kind of ballads out, and well, not so much ballad, but it just slows down the pace a little bit. Again, lots of similarities to Heart, so if you're a Heart fan, you're definitely going to be a Private Life fan. I guess they put out one more album in 1990, which I don't have, obviously, but from what I understand, it is kind of along the same lines. And once the band broke up, Kelly is now in. She didn't really do much in the near term after this, but I guess I wish, you know, I knew it before I started the video, but took a brain dump as soon as the damn thing turns on. But she's in some sort of Americana folk band now in Louisiana, which they are originally from Louisiana. So I guess Eddie was on some trip and discovered him. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But it's good. 80s hard rock. Here's Watch Out by Martha and the Vandellas. This is their third album, came out in 1966 on Motown, of course. This particular copy is a 1983 reissue. It's not an original copy, but so what. Anyway, this was their highest charting album, studio album. She's alright. You gotta squeak, you gotta squeak. You gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, this is the highest charting album, although probably the biggest hit that anybody's going to recognize on here is Jimmy Mac. Most of their other hits came on the previous two albums, and this was also the last album where they collaborated with Holland, Dozier and Holland, which would explain why subsequent albums didn't quite chart as well as this one. But anyway, great Motown. What more can be said? Alright, now, Demolition, the debut album from UK new wave of British heavy metal band, all-girl band, Girls' School. This came out in 1980, if I hadn't said that already. And just a killer album. Great from start to finish. I really enjoyed this. Girls' School is just one of those bands that's really kind of been enduring. Particularly, I can't really think off the top of my head, other than Rock Goddess, another 80s iconic heavy metal all-girl band that's still around today. I'm kind of going on a kick now. I'm going to put a link down to Tom's channel, the High Rent District. He's got this project going on, if you haven't watched any of his videos, where he's collecting all of the UK singles from The Clash. I guess there were 19 of them, so he's collecting one a month. And, you know, that was kind of a cool concept to me, but at the time he started this thing 12 months ago, you know, I couldn't really wrap my head around something similar that I would want to do. Well, I started digging into the Girls' School discography, and they've released umpteen albums and singles and EPs and 10 inches and whatnot. But I decided to take a little bit of a knife to the whole discography thing there and go after all the full lengths and then any of the singles or EPs that have tracks that do not appear on any of the full lengths. And what that worked out to was 19. So, Tom, thanks for the inspiration. This is my little 19-month project. I started this many months ago with this album, and so I've already got several that I will be showing in the next several videos. That I've got all of the full lengths now up to the CD era, and I'm starting in on some of the EPs. Just actually had to make a Discogs order to England here a few days ago for one of their EPs, so I'm looking forward to getting that. But anyway, yeah, Girls' School. If you don't know this band, you should, obviously, and this is definitely a great place to start. It's you know, I haven't listened to all their albums yet, but of what I've heard so far, it hasn't been unseated as my favorite. So the cover art kind of blows, but you know, and the collage on the back. And oh yeah, by the way, this came out in 1980 on Bronze Records. I know I said it came out in 80, but I didn't say Bronze. There's the label. And UK Press. Definitely give Girls' School a try if you haven't already. And this last one, I am not 7-inch, not a full length, but I am not at all ashamed to admit that I picked it up solely based on the cover. This is a band called Kill Sibyl, and this is their second single that they released prior to their full-length album. And yeah, the camera's kind of moving around because my dog's ass is pushing it, so that's cool. Anyway, this is Fairlane, and what attracted me to it was the fact that it has a 1964 Fairlane on the cover, a little 289. My first car was a 1964 Fairlane 289. It was burgundy. It was not cream like this vehicle here, but still. So, never heard of them. Maeve. Dang it. I have to scoot off the end of the couch to keep up with it. Yeah, so this came out early 92. It was recorded December 91. This is an all-girl, turns out to be an all-girl, because I didn't knew anything about them when I picked it up. All-girl punk sort of grunge band. they're from Seattle. It was recorded in December of '91. And there's a lot of similarities to Nirvana, of course. They kind of bounce around. There's Nirvana, there's Hole, especially some of the vocals from Tammy Watson. She didn't go on to much after this, but interestingly enough, drummer Patty Schemmel. Oh, did I say this was all girl? It's not. There's one dude in it, but anyway, drummer Patty Schemmel. After recording this, and I believe one other, no, after recording this and then the previous Kill Sibyl 7-inch, she went on to join Hole for their debut album. So, or yeah, no, their second album. So, I don't know if that's, you know, obviously they were running in the same circles, I imagine, so there's kind of a similarity in sound. Recording is kind of iffy on this. The vocals are really muddy, but musically, it sounds great, and it's very, very interesting. Came out on Empty Records. I don't believe I said that. And here's the, it's black vinyl. Here's the label. And yeah, if you're into the grunge scene, here's the inside. There's a little bit more. If you're into that grunge scene, this is definitely something you want to pick up. I'm gonna try to get my hands on their debut CD. Hopefully, it has a little bit better recording quality. So yeah, Kill Sibyl. Check them out. Never know what you're going to get. That's all I got for today. So thanks a lot for sticking with me. Thanks a lot for stopping by and checking this out again. And I probably will be putting together kind of a miscellaneous vinyl update that doesn't quite fit in this focus of collecting. I still buy all sorts of random shit, so I will definitely be putting another video up, hopefully sooner than this one it took to get this one up there. Alright, thanks a lot guys, catch you later.